welcome to King's Football Show. Today we are doing a match reaction to Arsenal versus Bournemouth. I got some special guests with me. Let me bring in the Godfather himself. Big up, Wilf. How you doing?
Yes, my king. Yes, my king. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And I got with me my African brother Sasha. How you doing?
Hi, King. Yeah, I'm doing really well. Very happy, as you can see, with the smile on my face. So good to
Yes,
be an
Sasha.
Arsenal fan right now.
Good stuff. And then I got with me my co-host, the man who I started this YouTube journey with, my brother Steven. How you doing?
Yeah, you introduced to the Wheel King here. Let's get it right.
You good? You good? You
It's the
happy?
apprentice. It's the apprentice learning off the master.
Yeah. Whatever, man. How 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 is everyone feeling after beating Bournemouth with 3-0? What a win!
Oh mate, we're gonna win the league. We're top of the league. We're gonna win the league.
Exactly.
So fuck it.
Why
I'm
not?
waiting for.
Why not?
I'm waiting for a
I'm,
fan cam. I'm waiting for a fan cam for that to just have that
I'm
as a title. I'm waiting for it.
okay. I'll start with Will. What's your reaction to
I,
the win?
I mean, to be honest, there was like 0.1% of me that's thinking, how Bournemouth started their first game, it could be tricky. And I'm happy to say I'm slightly disappointed we didn't get more goals. I'm happy to say that. It's great. It's the way that we're clicking. We've carried on from pre-season into the new season. It's a new Arsenal. We've got our Arsenal back. I'm happy as Larry, man.
Yeah. What about you, Sasha? What's your reaction to the game?
I'm very happy. On your show on Wednesday, I said I think Arsenal's going to win 3-0, but I think the score's going to be flattering for us. And I think I thought it was going to be like a tough game and they're going to give us a run for money, but somehow we're going to come away with 3-0. And we did come away with 3-0, but it was a stroll for us. Like, it was such an I won't say, not to be disrespectful, but it was easy for us, for our players. It didn't look like we even had to uh, get out of second gear because we got into like second gear, and I'm very happy. It's so good to be an Arsenal fan now again. The team proving the haters wrong, and Arteta showing his magic once again. Ben White brilliant on right back. All the haters talking about Ben White brilliant at right back again today. Granit Xhaka brilliant again today at that left side at 8, and I sound like the biggest Arteta Arsenal fanboy in here, but I'm not,
Now
by the
that's
way.
Sait, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Take a number, man. Take a number because
Yeah, no
there's a
worries.
queue.
Yeah, there's you,
it
Steven
feels
at
like
the top. Then we got Will, me, and then you.
it feels like I'm turning into
Mate, don't
Arteta
start, Sait.
fanboy.
We'll play the clip of what you were singing on my channel just now.
No worries, no worries. Honestly, yeah. Let me hear your reaction first, Steven, and then I'll say my thing. And
Look,
big up
I
Talk
mean,
for tuning in as always, man. I appreciate your help.
yeah, it was really good performance. Got to admit. I think it helped the fact that Solanke was out. But I think even if he was in, I think we still had control of the game. Partey was excellent. Xhaka was quiet, so that means he had a good game. Uh, Ben White surprised me today. He was very good, especially with that overlap. And like as soon as I started moaning about Odeegard, he finally scores a goal. So maybe just didn't start like moaning about him even more. He actually starts turning up. Right? So, yeah. So you could say everyone could say that like with my sticking with Odegaard that I'm in the mud. Like Arteta's put me in the mud again. Right? So
Yeah, and
yeah.
hopefully keep
But
on
when
doing
it
that.
comes to
Long may it continue.
look,
Yeah,
look, yeah, I want him to do that, but I'm not gonna say like my Arsenal's back yet because my standards are very high, and my standards are we still got to get top 4 first, and then we got to try and push on for the league. We get back towards the top end, competing for a league, then that's my Arsenal back because that's what I grew up watching for me. So Yeah, good result, but yeah, we just need to keep doing what we're doing because we got six games because we got Man United. Sorry, talk, but we got Man United coming up. We should win all six of those games.
Yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, honestly, I was delighted with the win. I was very confident before the game. I think I predicted that we were going to win 4-0, and we were
You
just one
said 3
VAR.
0
Ah, okay. I said 3-0 then.
I said 3 0.
Yeah, good, good. But for me, yeah, what I liked about this game is that we were attacking from both sides. Like Ben White was attacking, Zinchenko was attacking. Like they couldn't stop us. Even Saka, he didn't have a man of the match performance, but he was skinning their back. They had no chance. They had no chance. And for me, I've said it like the first few games is about the results, and then I start looking at how we play it. But if we continue to playing like this and we step up and the players keep on gelling and we add a few players to the squad, we're gonna have a good season, guys. Honestly, I do believe it. I don't remember the last time I was excited going into a season. I'm not saying that we're gonna win. I'm not saying that we've secured anything, but I feel like I've got something to look forward to when I watch this Arsenal team now. The likes of Saliba, Sinchenko, Jesus, Martinelli, Saka, Ramsdale. There's so many exciting players, and we still haven't seen players like Fabio Vieira, Smith Rowe really kicked on, or Eddie Nketiah. So there's more to come with this Arsenal team, and that is what's exciting. And you remember, like last season, if we scored a goal, then afterwards we would like slow down. It's not like that anymore, guys. Like now, when we score, yeah, we want to score another goal, and it's good. We just have to continue. We just have to continue. And big up
Well, I think
Ali
that,
for tuning in as well from Sweden. Sinchenko is going to be special, I think, this season. Yeah,
yeah, I agree with that.
yeah,
Oh mate, I
I
love
said that.
him.
I've said that from first. I actually think, um, in a weird way, he's going to be more important. I said this before on Taricho.
yeah,
He's going to be more important than Gabriel,
yeah,
Jesus, in the fact that we knew what we were getting with Gabriel Jesus, yeah, and we knew he was coming. But Zinchenko was like it was on and then it was off and then it was on again, and I see what he gives us down that left hand side now. I mean, there's a couple of things that he did when they trapped him with the ball around 2 players around him, and he just stepped out of it and just calm, and his technical ability is so gorgeous. The beauty about this game, and I think the biggest or this game, this team, as opposed to last season, is there's an expectation to win games now. I know
yeah.
I have that.
Mm.
From the start of the game, I'm going into games going, we're going to win this game. I would be I would be gutted if we'd lost, if we'd drawn that game. I
Yeah.
would have felt like a loss. That's the difference between like this season and last season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like us. It's like
I,
I said. Is that the first 5 games when I looked at them, there shouldn't be any excuses. I don't want to hear excuses of injuries. I don't want to hear excuses of anything. We should be winning those games. Fulham, Bournemouth. The
Leicester,
real one was probably Crystal Palace. That's the one I had the most trepidation of.
yeah,
But I think the lucky thing is we played them as our first game. As soon as
Yeah,
we got them out of the way, right, I've we should be winning the rest of those 5 games leading up to Manchester. Now, Manchester United, we know they can play like shit and then just turn up against us,
yeah,
right? But they are that poor at the minute. I even would be so pissed off if we didn't get a result out of
yeah,
Trafford.
100%,
I'm
100%.
like, because unless they sort themselves out, but I know Casemiro is going to be a massive signing for them, so that might be an issue. But
Yeah, but
even
even
then,
Casemiro is going
it's
to
one
take
player. But it's one
Casemiro's going to
player.
take time to get up to speed with the Premier League. So,
That's what I'm saying.
I,
He's only
I,
one player.
yeah, yeah,
It's only one addition. So, but like I said, is that we've we've done well, and there's still things that needs to be improved on. I'd say, but look, we just need to just keep this momentum keep going, but make sure we're managing the squad quite well, because as the season goes on, the fixtures are going to get more congested as the season goes on, especially with the Europa League and also League Cup coming up as well.
Yeah. Let me just read out a comment here from Luke. Delighted that Odeegard proved me wrong, and now I want to see him continue to be ruthless in front of goal. And I have to agree, because the thing with Odeegard is that he got a good shot in him, and he got the technical ability to finish off chances. So I hope that today will give him hunger to score more goals, because he got that in him. And if he starts to score more goals, he's gonna take his game to the next level. Because imagine Odegaard scoring, Jesus scoring, Saka scoring, Martinelli scoring, and then you got your Sinchenkos, your Shakas, and Fabio Vieira and Smith Rowe as well. Like the thing that we have lacked for a lot of years are players who can score on a consistent basis. We only had
all over the pitch as well. Don't you think that I think Arteta had a word with Odegaard about shooting, because a couple of games ago he would have taken an extra touch. Last two games, you see him get into those positions and take an extra touch and the chance goal. This one, he got there before Jesus. He was like, "I'm having this."
Yeah. It could be because one thing that we learned, I'm not going to speak too much about the documentary, is that they do a lot of video analytics, and they sit down and they talk with the people. They tell them what they need to improve it. And he's probably told him, listen, I want to see you be more ruthless in front of goal. And
one
today,
of them coaches Carlos Cuesta or Airport Albert or someone of them sat with Odegaard in that cinema room, showed him videos of him, and they say, just shoot the ball, just shoot for goal. And that's what Odegaard did today. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
Yeah, big up Bobby, Football Values TV. He's saying, don't get me wrong, yes, we shouldn't be having any excuses for not winning these first 5 games. However, you can see with Liverpool that no game is guaranteed. The English Premier League is one of the most competitive leagues. And that's the fair statement. It is a competitive.
But that said, I'm like Steve. I looked at these games and I thought, it is very possible we could go into that North London derby on maximum points, and I'd be more surprised if we didn't. And it's to Bobby's point. It's not that it's that I'm dismissing the other teams in the league. It's just how much we are gelling, how quickly everything's moving. The pain of last season. Affecting this season, as in going, boy, I don't want to feel that again. And I just think we are just firing, and we've got a steely ambition of going, right, we're going into this thing, win as many games as we can, so that top 4 ain't even an issue come the last game of the season.
Yeah, I got a question for the panel here from Ali. He's saying, curious question, guys. Do you think Arsenal has a better chance finishing higher than Tottenham this season? I'll go with you first, Stephen.
I'm not bothered. Okay. I don't give a fuck about Tottenham.
No swearing.
Sorry, I don't give a stuff about. I don't give a stuff about Tottenham.
All right.
Let's. Can I just make a point? I know probably everyone will be really happy that the fact we get St Tottenham's Day. Yeah, it's a banter thing. I get that, right? But in the end, our main target is to go back to where we were before, which is challenging for leagues, challenging for the major honours, right? Now, if we're going to do that, and we're going to need to finish higher than Tottenham. Also, if we keep saying we're better than them, right? We're so much bigger than them, right? As a club, we're so much better than them. Like, we're so basically North London's always red, all these things we keep going on about, right? Then why are we bothered about where we finish up higher than Tottenham? Because back in the day it didn't matter, because we always did. It didn't matter. But now there's all of like suddenly it's like an achievement. It's not an achievement for me. For me, an achievement is either getting top 4 and winning the trophy, right? the bare minimum is getting into Champions League. That's a
Yeah.
must. If he doesn't do it, he's got to go. Right? No matter how well we've done, he's still got to go if he doesn't get top four. Right? And then from there, for me, it's like, yeah, that doesn't mean I'm now Arteta written. You've now got to now prove me wrong and compete for a league, because that's what the standard is. Right? That's what Arsenal have built their history on: winning leagues, winning major honours. Right? And if you do that, then I can hold my hands up and say you proved us wrong and you are a top level Arsenal manager.
Fair play, fair play. What about you, Sasha? What's your answer?
Well, so for me, it's still early days in the season. Unfortunately, imagine it was late in the season with the current log. That'd be
Oh,
very
it is
nice.
yeah.
But for me, there's four other teams in the Premier League who are really good, and we need to finish above one of them. One of them four, because that would mean that we are in the top four, and we have to be in the top four this season. Um, and for me, if we finish above Tottenham, then we will be in the top four this season, I think. Because I think there's five teams at the top, and then there's a bit of a gap between the sixth team, which is the team bottom of the log. Currently, obviously, a lot can
Manchester
change.
United.
Yeah. So I think it would be nice to finish above Tottenham to prove a point. I don't think it's necessarily an accomplishment to finish above them, but I think we have to finish above them to prove a point, because we keep saying North London is red, North London is red. Then we should start proving it now on the football pitch with results as well, because Tottenham is not a good team, like a good footballing team, but they get results, and at the end of the day, the 3 points shows on the table. It doesn't matter how they play or how the ref's decision goes uh, in their favor or anything like that. It's about the points on the table. And for me, if we finish above Tottenham, then we will probably be in the top four, and we must finish above them, or not must, but it would be good to finish above them to prove a point as well.
What
What's
about
the
you,
top?
Will?
Um, I said at the beginning of the season I thought we were going to finish third with a cup. So that kind of nullifies the argument straight away. I agree with what Steve said about we shouldn't worry about Tottenham. We shouldn't really worry about any team. We should be worrying about ourselves. But it's just a bragging rights thing, you know what I mean? And the
I get
added
that.
bonus of it hurts them so much when we finish above them, because they always any like they beat us in a game in a North London derby, and that's like a cup for them, and it's the closest thing they get to a cup. So but I get what you're saying about don't worry about anything else, and I agree with you, but for the sheer just shut them up, put them in their place, I think we're going to finish above them anyway.
I get your
And that's
point.
why, yeah, and that's why I don't. One of the reason why I don't worry about Tottenham is because I think we're finishing third. I haven't seen anything from them since last season, and even last season, to make me worry about them, to make me think that they're on our level. They've bought decent players. They had a decent transfer window. I think Richarlison's a decent player, but he's not the kind of player you want when you're in Champions League and you're challenging for top four. Yeah. They've still, in my mind, they've still got two players that if one of them goes, they're screwed. Whereas us, we've strengthened all over the pitch, apart from maybe right side, but Vieira can play there. And my only concern is the party replacement. But from what I've seen, they've got contingencies for that. But like I said, I think honestly, I think we're finishing third with a cup, whether it's league, FA Cup, or Europa. I don't know. And we are poised that if, for example, Liverpool were to slip up, we could slip into second. And I think that's
Um,
the aim for I think that's the aim for the club.
I think
Yeah,
I hear your point. Just say I hear your point on that. Because what Tottenham done, like for the last 7 years, like all they've done is moan about where like like all they've done is say like we finished above you, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
They
and
got nothing to
what
show about it.
what you won? We've
This,
won.
this, but
I get you.
that's
I get your
precisely
point.
it. That's
Yeah,
precisely it. Because you think about it,
we've
the
won 3
best
trophies in the
team that
last
I
9.
could, yeah,
And
right.
they haven't won anything.
The best team that I've seen, one of the best Tottenham teams I've ever seen, managed to finish 2 places above us when we were the worst Arsenal side that I'd seen for decades. And the furthest they could be above us is 2 places above, still without winning anything. You know what I mean? So it's just noise. You know, those little yappy dogs that you just go, just shut up. You're just annoying. So yeah, they're not a threat. They're not a threat. And I think there's a narrative and a banter that goes around, and everybody wants to love Tottenham and say, oh, aren't they wonderful because they got Kane. But if you look at the statistics and you look at the reality, they're not going to be challenging for anything. They're not winning Europa. They're not winning Champions League. They're not winning the title. I can't even really see them winning a cup.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this season, I only concentrate on Arsenal this season. And the reason why is that I feel like this squad has so much potential. And that's why I don't even want to set any more targets on, oh, we have to finish there, we have to do this. I just want to take it game by game and see us continue playing better and evolving, because I see something with this team this season that I didn't see enough last season. And it's a hunger to go out there and kill teams. And when you have that mentality that you want to kill teams, usually it takes you one step further. I'm just gonna go through the chats before we move on to the player rate.
Can I give you one? Can I say one thing on it? I don't
Yeah.
think we had the capacity to kill teams last season because
Yeah, and it's fair. It's fair.
The hunger was there, because if the hunger wasn't there last season, it wouldn't be there now. I just don't think we had the capacity to kill off teams. But sorry, go on.
Yeah, I also want to say, for me in the previous couple of seasons, like I was really worried and thinking about other teams' results. Because if they lose points, then it would be easier for Arsenal. But this season, I feel like I don't really care what the other teams do. We just need to win every game possible,
100%.
and I feel like we can.
So big up Tariq, and big up everyone
Still
who
you
tuned in.
fucking
Saying my
Still you
brothers,
fucking. Still you
behave,
change
behave,
that. Still you
behave,
change that.
behave.
You and you and
And big up Luke. He's saying 100% King. To win the league, we need Jesus scoring 20 Premier League goals alongside with Martinelli, Saka, and Odeegard all scoring 10 plus game, with everyone else shipping like Saliba did today. And what a game by Saliba. We will get to that soon. Tariq is saying Tottenham weren't impressive today.
No, they weren't.
And Luke is saying win the league, we finish above Spurs anyway. And Bobby is agreeing to that, which is a fair point. Tariq is saying Tottenham are seen to be one of the best teams in the league in 2020, having one of the best managers in the world. If we finish above Spurs this season, that means we will certainly be in the top 4. But again, it's a fair point. But for me, right, I know you were gone, Stephen. I'm at a point now where I do not want to limit that we are finishing in the top 4. Let's see how high we can go. Let's go into every tournament and see what we can do, because we don't know yet. The thing with our players, because of many of them are so young, we don't know how good they will be by the end of the season. Before last season started, nobody thought that Smith Rowe and Saka would get double figures in goals. So they're 1 year older now. We got Jesus now, who we didn't got. We got Saliba now, who we didn't got. We got Zinchenko now, who we didn't have. We got Vieira, and all the players have played 1 more year as well. So it's like, for me, just want to take it game by game. Let's go into the game and try and win that game, try and play better, and who knows what will happen. And I'm just going to continue reading the comments, and then we'll get into the player rating as well. No worries. No worries. Spurs would have lost if Wolf had goals. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. But Oh, your mic is going, Stephen. But that's the thing that I feel like is so typical Conte, where he sets up his team, they don't play well, it looks like they're losing, and then they win or they get a point.
Is that better?
It's so typical Antonio Conte.
Is that better?
It's not. Yeah, it's a bit better.
Yeah.
It's not really a manager where you look at and you be like, oh, that game was amazing. He played brilliant attacking football. It's not really been that kind of manager. Even when his team score a lot of goals, it's not the best to watch, if you say so.
Sorry about that. Arteta's hacking my terminology.
And and Bobby is saying, spot on, Luke. Tottenham have been woeful against a good team in Wolves and Chelsea. The score against Southampton means nothing in reality. Yeah, it's going to be interesting
Can
to
I
see
just
how
make
they
a point
do.
about the? I
And
just
big
want to
ups.
make a point. You mentioned about Richarlison. I just want to make a point. I know we're trying not to go back to Tottenham, but I just want to make a point about Richarlison. Actually, I
Yeah.
was really impressed with him about how he came on against Chelsea, because he really changed that game, right? For Tottenham, and got them right back into the game, because they had no chance of getting in the game at all until Richarlison came on the pitch. Then all of a sudden they looked threatening. So he has his uses.
Yeah,
Especially
he's a
coming off
good
the
player.
bench.
He's a good player.
Yeah,
There's no
he's-
disputing he's a good
I'm-
player.
I'm not saying you weren't, and saying he wasn't. I just thought he probably ain't a starter, but he's definitely an impact.
But
Inside
what I
if he
think-
played-
what I
if he
think-
played him,
you've
Well, I feel like Will was
accentuated the
trying to
point.
say
The fact that he's
is
not a star.
this
I
is
think
the
what
thing,
Will was trying to say is that we bought Jesus, and Jesus is a proven Champions League level player where he's played against your Real Madrid.
Same with
He can play
Zinchenko.
against that opposition,
Mm.
and same with
now
Zinchenko.
Saliba as well.
While and Saliba as well. Whilst with the likes of maybe Bissouma and Richarlison, that two very good players, but once Tottenham are in the Champions League, will them to help them go further and challenge? We don't know. Time will tell.
Can I?
But it's
I
great to
just
see
got.
so many people tuning in. 1 second.
Yeah,
Steven.
big up everyone.
Big up Social. Big up Creamy. He's in the chat as well. And big up Anthony as well. Nice to see you here, brother. He said big up Kingsley. Good win for us. Yeah, it was a good win. It was a really good
Can
win.
I just make a point of Saliba's goal? All right. Well, as soon as
Oh,
that
yeah.
left his boot, as soon as I said it on stream. Do you remember the goal against the goal at Highbury that Vieira scored, and then in the
Yes,
season?
yeah, Newcastle.
Right, on
Newcastle.
the no, it's against Man United.
Oh no, you're.
It's
Oh
Man
yeah,
United,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm thinking it was
big catch
Newcastle.
for Michael, just under the bar, and he's
Yeah.
back to goal. I think he had to turn around up and hit it top bins, and I was thinking, as soon as he left his boot, he said, "He's just done over here, there, fucking hell, it's going in." As soon as he left his boot, I was like, "That's in, now."
I was annoyed. My stream cut. My stream cut out just before he scored. I was so annoyed. I had to wait till the end of the game to.
I'm gonna read out.
I was just watching it on Sky, and as soon as the ball left his boot, I saw where it was going. I'm like, "Oh my god, that's it!" I just stopped. I didn't even say anything. It was like,
Listen to this stats. This is Saliba stats versus Bournemouth. 100% accuracy in passing. 100% long ball accuracy. 2 interceptions, 1. 2 tackles, 1 out of 2. 2 clearances, 1 out of 2. 5 recoveries out of 5. 2 out of 2 grand duels won. And a goal and a clean sheet.
so yeah. Can I just make a point?
He's 21.
I just want to make a point. Then this is why we should have had him last season. For me,
No.
I
need to have the loan.
about it last
I
season.
don't want
needed
to
that
go back
season.
and forth.
He
Listen,
needed
I don't
that
want.
season.
If I'm honest, guys, the past is in the past. Let's leave it there. We can't change him. There's nothing we can do. We can't bring him. But what we can see now is that everybody was fearing, will Saliba play for Arsenal this season? Is he part of the manager? Does the manager hate him? Will he give him a chance? We can clearly see that after starting 3 out of 3 games, the manager don't hate him. He's gonna be part of us. Let's continue to play him and develop him. And even when Tomiyasu is back, I think he's gonna continue to play, and that's what I want to see. What is
Yeah,
Tariq saying,
competition,
my boy?
competition for
Say we can
places.
expect us to achieve Champions League football next season because that's the progression of last season. If you do anything more than that, it's a bonus. And Luke is saying, I was thinking the same thing regarding Saliba's goal being compared to Vieira against
Yeah,
United back in 1997. Flat with the
Platt
winning
would have
goal
been.
back then. What a team they were. And listen, that
Oh,
is
See,
mate.
I'm
goal.
thinking of the Newcastle one because he scored similar. Oh no! It was. No, it wasn't. Yeah, no,
The
yeah.
problem
That
is,
that was the one I was thinking of.
every time I think of that double winning side, I can't. I think of what this guy said on the stream, and it just baffled me. It just made me think, oh my god, has he actually just said this? Like, apparently he said like if if he was having a proper I think league, I think it was on another channel, but he said if Arteta had the 97, 98 side, we would have won the Champions League.
Forget about comments like that, Steve. It's
And I'm
just
just like that. I'm like, oh
it's
my
just
god.
you. It's yeah. But let's move on to the player rating. Otherwise, we will be
Yes.
here and we will praise the team forever because they were good today, and it's good to support Arsenal right now. I guess all of you would agree to that. So yeah, as you
Mhm.
can see,
What's impressed me is Zinchenko as well. Zinchenko was quality for me.
yeah, it was quality today. Honestly, I was impressed by him. So let's start with Aaron Ramsdale in goal. We got the brackets: poor performance, average, good, elite, and man of the match. Where would you put Aaron Ramsdale?
Who's gonna start?
Yeah, we start with
I
you. You
What's
get
it
the
I
again?
say I
you get the
say
rate.
I say good. Goalkeeper walks out of a game with a clean sheet. Um, that's his job done. That's like a striker scoring a hat trick. So that's a very good performance for me. Yeah, he had shaky moments, but everybody has shaky moments in the game. Even Jesus had a couple of misplaced passes and controls. Um, uh, really good performance. Clean sheet. Can't ask for more than that with a keeper. Made a couple of good saves. Yeah, end of story.
Yeah, fair play, fair play. And
Okay.
Sasha, I will give you Ben White. How
Okay,
would you
Ben
rate
White,
it?
I would say good performance. I think he was relatively good defensively, and he surprised me and everyone else in the fact that he actually did overlap this game, which a lot of people gave criticism that he can't overlap. So he proved them wrong there, and he set up the second goal with a good overlap. And he didn't have a special game, but he did have a good game.
I, on Ben White, I actually think he had a better game against Palace, even though people slayed him for that. But I think that when you talk about it overlapping, it depends on what's in front of you and what's happening, what the other team are doing. He was able to overlap in this game because we had Bournemouth in our back pocket, whereas the Palace game
Yes,
was more, and the Leicester game, they had
he
more coming
had
back. And as a defender, your
yes
defensive head is on first.
he had a better defensive performance versus Palace and versus Leicester, but he had a better attacking performance
Yeah,
versus Bournemouth. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. But I think again because he wasn't playing against someone like Asaha, they
Yeah,
weren't really threatening us. So he wasn't in a situation where he could have had an amazing defensive. But it
and
was good to
that's
see that
very
he was.
important. That's very important as game management. So as a player's game management, it shows his intelligence. It's like, okay, right, this geezer's got nothing for me. I'm going off. This geezer's too much. I'm staying back, and that's very important to have.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Steven, I'm gonna give you Sinchenko.
Um, yeah, I'll go. Good performance for me. Um, I would have said Rams will probably be a bit average for me. Yeah, he got the clean sheet, but he looked a bit very ratty at times and got very he got a bit rattled by Anthony as well. So he just needs to sharpen up a little bit, I feel. But that could just be a one-off blip, which we do see once in a while, which is
Yeah.
expected. That Zinchenko, yeah, good performance for me. I think he had the most tackles won, and I think in the first half, he had like nine possessions won in the first half, which I mean, the guy is just an absolute. You can see why he's come from Man City, why he's played for Man City, why he's played at the highest level, and he's won the leagues he's won at Man City, and why Pep trusted him in that side because he's just quality. Like that left hand side was shut down pretty much all game, which gives Martinelli also the freedom because maybe Tierney or Tavares was. Either Tierney was only half fit half times. I'm not saying Tierney's poor, it's just probably because he was half fit most of the time. Or he had Tavares there. He was always questioned whether he can go forward or not. But with Zinchenko, because he's fully fit most of the time, and he's got such a he's such class in the way he defends. It's so much easier for him to defend to be able to defend by himself, which then releases Martinelli as well. I probably would like him maybe to come forward a little bit in support of Martinelli to try and maybe do an overlap, which is a bit what you see on the right hand side with Ben White at times, what you saw today with Ben White. Sometimes Ben White doesn't do that, but like he has done it today. But yeah, so overall, like the main thing for me I worry as a defender is not what most like youngsters or anything else worry about a defender as a wing back, which is can you get forward and cross a ball? No, it's about defending first, then do the attacking bit, and that's why it was a good performance for me.
Fair
I'd have
play,
put him
fair
at
play.
elite. I'd have put him at elite, but there you go. That's me.
Yeah,
I would have
yeah.
just
I
Zinchenko,
think Zinchenko was amazing today. Honestly, I think he was one of the best players out there.
if you guys say he should be elite, then put him in elite.
Good,
Zinchenko
we
for
I
won.
think
me,
so. I think so.
but
Yeah,
performance today, Zinchenko
I'm happy
somewhere
to go with
between.
elite. I just probably thought it was a bit high because I like usually I do like mine's usually 0 to 10. So you get more bored of like
Yeah, you
scope.
are. Yeah, it's fair enough. You're harsher.
Yeah,
But go on,
Yeah,
Sasha. What are you going to say?
Zinchenko for me somewhere between elite and good performance today. But you
Yeah,
see the bracket above man of the match, you can put him there for the reaction for Saliba's goal. That's one of the best
Yeah.
things I've ever seen while watching supporting Arsenal. I see Arsenal has put it as their Twitter header now as well.
could we just
What a
agree?
reaction, man! Yo.
Could we just say like Saliba is like an elite performance, but the goals man in the match?
yeah.
Yeah,
Listen,
okay. Yeah, it's hard to not say that.
You
I
see,
mean,
I was gonna go to Saliba now next, and
yeah,
I'm gonna let all of you speak about him because I think everybody wants to put a word on him. But again, this kid, yeah, is 21, new to the Premier League, new team, everything, and he
I'm
just
telling you
doesn't
now.
put a foot wrong. Like if
See,
he continues to play at this level, he's gonna be in that bracket where you're soon gonna have to call him world class because of how good he is. It's not that I
Sage,
want to overhype him, but he's just so talented. Like I do not remember the last time I saw a defender at Arsenal that was this talented. It's probably back to the days when I saw
Adams.
Colo Toure
Adams.
and
yeah.
Sol Campbell. That was
For
the
me, it's
last time I
Adams.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so Campbell.
Can I just make a point as well with Saliba as well? If
yeah,
he plays like this consistently,
yeah,
the problem is that like Man City will get jealous, Liverpool will get jealous, all the European clubs will get jealous. If we don't progress, if
Yeah.
Arteta doesn't progress this season, for example, if he doesn't get top four basically this season, right, for no matter reason, he's gonna have a hard time keeping Saliba at the club because there will be numerous clubs in for him. Now,
yeah,
when we get these top players like Martinelli, Saka, who Saka's already had interest in Man City this season already, right? If we don't progress, the player might want to move because he just doesn't see the ambition or the progression. right? Which we've seen so many times from other players like Robbie Van Persie, Adebayor, who we all had a go at, but then we understand why they left because there was no ambition at the club. And second of
There's
all
a
is
massive
that
difference.
and second of all is that I would like to see what this club does. What I would like to see do, if he has an amazing season like Martinelli and Saka, for example, I want them, if they've got any ambition, I don't want them doing what they did before. Is like, well, 60 mil. Okay, we might, we'll take that. Like, no, I don't want them accepting it. I don't care if they offered over 100 mil. Like, unless you're offering really, really stupid money for our top players, right? It's like, no, get lost, right? It's like if we went to Man City and asked for De Bruyne, they put the phone down. That's what we need to
Yeah,
be. That's what Arsenal need to be now. We need to be like, we're in the
yeah,
Champions
but
League. Well, Saliba, we want to challenge you for the title. So Saliba is part of our plan. So bye. Listen, you're ready.
but
I
I
think you're
think we're
seeing that.
getting there because we saw this season when Juventus wanted Gabriel. We
Yeah,
told them
exactly.
straight
That's what
out
I was just
no.
saying.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I want to see. I just want
And
to see that on
also,
a consistent basis now.
I feel
I
like
don't
the
want to
big
see us doing
difference
what we did before.
as well, Steven, is that when we had players like Van Persie, Fabregas, Nasri, and then players like we weren't spending money. Like we were never adding players that would continue to improve us. And that's why I feel like even I've said this a couple of times, even if Arteta doesn't turn out and have a wonderful season, because of the players we have now, we can easily just go and get another manager and continue to develop. We're not at a place now where I fear that we might not progress. It's all about, okay, you're the manager, this is your squad.
All I'm
If it
all
doesn't
I'm
work
saying
out with
is
you, next manager comes in. He might just
mm,
need one or two different players, and then he kicks on because
so
they're so
all I'm
versatile.
saying with the all I'm saying is as a club is that with our best players, unlike what we've done before with Sanchez and Ramsey, which is either let the contract run down or we just get it done early, and also when people do come in with serious money, unless they're literally offering a ridiculous amount of money, where we could get a top level replacement quite easily and save and still make a profit. I I don't want them hearing it. I just want them to put the phone down. That's the only thing I'm saying. It's just that change of attitude, so that way show to everyone and show to the players as well that no, we're keeping you because we want you to go and challenge. You're good enough to challenge for the league, so we want you.
Yeah. Wilf, what do you make of this statement? You've seen a young Rio Ferdinand. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Mm.
I was gonna say he's a Van Dijk in the making, but yeah, Rio or Van Dijk, either one. I just see those qualities in it. I mean, I've seen Rio. I saw Rio grow, and he was sick. He was unplayable at times.
Yeah.
I saw
Vidic.
Van Dijk when he, yeah, no,
Vidic is
for me,
different, very
yeah,
different.
for me,
Vidic is
Van
more
Dijk
in
and
that
Rio.
John Terry bracket,
Yeah,
Martin
exactly.
Keane.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing Van Dijk when he was at Southampton play West Brom, and this guy is just too calm. I'm trying not to get gassed, but every time he plays,
Yeah,
I get gassed. I'm trying to keep my head, that level-headed feeling,
that's
but every time he steps on the football field, I'm
mm.
like, I can't do it. This guy's just ridiculously good.
This is the
He
thing.
is. Yeah, go on.
Sorry, I was just gonna say this. This is the thing with the Saliba thing now. Is just that like I, I'm not one making ridiculous statements. He's the next Van Dijk or anything like that because like I've seen so many people make that, and all of a sudden it blows up in their face. But and I don't want to put pressure on the young guy. He's only 21, and but it's anyway, like you were saying, he's top drawer and 21.
I I
21.
think that's his ambition, though. I think that pressure he puts on himself. I think that's his ambition. He wants to be. When I see him, when I see the look in his face, when I see him make a mistake, when I see him do whatever, he has the look of someone who wants to be the best defender
Mm.
in the world ever. That's what I see with him. And going to your point of us letting players go. I think this core of players, what's building here, they're not going to want to go. There's going to be you saw with Gabriel, he turned down Juventus straight away. What the feel is there, and with the I think it's an amalgamation of everything. So it's Arteta being successful, it's a team being successful, it's the group being as a family and being as a unit. You're not going to leave that unless you absolutely have to. And if all of those things work, we won't lose our players.
I think the thing is that the players will stay if they still see the progression. If we still see
and
the
it's fair.
progression, then they will stay.
It's fair. It's fair.
But
it's
yeah,
fair.
with Saliba, it's everything that could have happened in the first 3 games for him has happened.
Oh,
He's
Saliba's
scored an
just-
own goal. He scored a goal. He's come up against Zaha. He's come up against this, that, and the other, and he's taken it in his stride. And he's only going to get better. He's only going to get
just
better.
make a point, and I'm not going to say. By the way, Ben White's had a great.
We will never move on from Saliba, will we?
So I'm just going to say with
I
Ben
haven't
White.
even had a chance yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, my bad.
I want to hear Sasha.
That's my
Yeah,
fault.
well,
I'm sorry.
Say your thing,
Well,
Sasha.
yeah, what can I say? The Mbappe of centre backs, man.
No, Mbappe is the Saliba of forwards. That's the
There you
mistake,
go.
isn't it?
There you go.
Saliba is more like the Cristiano and Messi of centre backs, you know.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Dude, this guy is. I can't believe how good he is. I just can't believe him. Him and Gabriel so far this season, so they work so well together.
Yeah.
And for me, my personal opinion with Saliba, Gabriel, and Ben White, I think we have 3 awesome centre backs. Like I'm
Don't
really,
forget Tomiyasu.
really,
Tomiyasu can play there
yeah,
as well.
but I think he's more right back. But we haven't really seen Tomiyasu at centre back, so it's difficult to judge him on centre back.
No.
But
That's his natural position. He plays it for
Yeah.
Japan. Yeah.
Yes, but in an Arsenal shirt.
Oh,
we
yeah,
haven't
yeah,
really seen him but I'm sure he will get an opportunity this season at centre back, and I'm sure he'll do fine. Because he's also a very very nice player, Tomiyasu.
I will just the only thing I wanted to say is with if you saw the difference if you see the difference with how Saliba started and how
Yeah.
much he's impressed us, look at the difference between that and when Ben White came as well, and you see the difference in level. Right? I'm not saying Ben White's not had a, and by the way, Ben White's had a good game today. I'm not taking anything away from him in this game. I'm just saying the difference level.
It's fine.
But like
Let's
I said,
move
like
on.
I said before,
Let's move on.
one thing, Saliba's a unicorn, so you can't compare him to anyone else.
It's
like
different. Like it's different levels. Like we just have to understand in football. Yes, certain players just have certain skill set that if they play well, they will play at a level that certain players can't match. And Saliba is just one of those rare talents that we should just be happy that he's here and trying to make the most of it. Like we maybe didn't do before with your Fabregas, but now we just have to do it. But let's move on to Gabriel. Steven, where would you put Gabriel? I think I feel a bit sorry for Gabriel because Saliba is so good. People forget about him.
Forgetting how good he's doing as well. He's doing well as well. I mean, the guy's been consistent throughout his Arsenal career. He's been consistently good. Right, and I'm gonna say this factually now because I used to have this debate with. I didn't have this debate. Marley had this debate with an old. He was a friend of mine. Ads. He's on GNA TV, I believe. But I bet he's eating his words now when he said Maguire's better than Gabriel. I bet he's eating his words. I'm just saying that now. Like Gabriel.
Where you ranking him? Elite, good performance. Where would you put him?
He wasn't as good as Saliba today, so I'll put good.
All right, fair play. And next player, that's the
I'd have put him higher because I actually think until Saliba's goal, he was as good, if not better.
For next player rating, I'll add another bracket. I think is needed.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the midfield.
I think doing it like maybe 0 to 10 is better, but then But
Yes, I
yes,
agree with
it's
you.
Let's
we got
Zero
let's
to
move on to the
or
general.
1 to 10. Yeah.
The general himself, Thomas Partey and Sasha. Where would you rank Thomas
I
Partey?
think I
up
think he
top,
had
the
I,
top,
I
put
think he
him at
had
the
a
top.
really good game again today. Like in the Leicester game, he made a bit he overhit a lot of passes, and but he was still good defensively. In the Crystal Palace game, he was very good for me. He was like an octopus in the midfield, and again today, like I think if he doesn't play, we might struggle. Like I think he's a very important piece of this Arsenal team, and I think
He's
he's very
key.
important for the whole back line. Like I think the whole back line is going to struggle without him, and I think Xhaka is going to struggle without him as well. So
Sasha, do
for
you know why?
today, yes,
Do you know why? Is that if you take him out, not saying that his talents is brilliant, but if you take him out of the squad, who have we got in the place?
yeah,
We
that
haven't
that
got
is a
it.
problem. You
We
got
haven't
Al
got.
Neni,
That's
which
what.
is a drop off of level.
Even Vieira's not up to. He's not even had a game yet. He's not even had minutes yet. He's only had under 21s. He's not fit. He's not ready to be in the Premier League yet. It's like the Congo, for example. He's not completely ready to be in the Premier League yet. Which is why I say we still need a midfielder.
You need
Because
some good
or Tillman,
performance.
we
Um,
Where are
need
you
one of them.
putting?
I would put him at good performance today because I think I don't want to inflate the the rankings because I also think Gabriel was brilliant today. I also think Ben White was brilliant today. So I'm gonna put him at good performance and then let's reserve the elite performance for like superstar performance, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to add a bracket next time, guys. I can tell.
I know. I,
And
I was going to say,
Will,
can I just say one thing
yeah,
on Partey?
of
I think because we know he can be outstanding when he doesn't need to be. It looks like he's had not such a good game or a bad game, but he has been solid through all three games. Yes, some of his progressive passing hasn't been as good as we wanted it to be, but he's such an important player just by his presence. Just by his presence stops. Do you remember Gilberto Silva? Yeah. He was that invisible wall. He in during that invincible side, he wasn't the one that got all the glory, but if without him, that wouldn't have worked. They said that about him in the Brazil side, and Partey is that player.
yeah.
Even
That's what
for
he did.
me, more recently, I feel like Alex Song for season or two was also
Yes,
that type of player.
yes,
And then
Yeah,
when he left, all of a sudden, then we really felt it after.
yeah. I'm so
yeah.
glad you said that, Sasha.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yes.
totally agree with that.
Another
Very underrated.
underappreciated player. He
Yeah,
was so good for 2 seasons. He was amazing
very.
for us. Yeah. So Wilf, let's move on to Granit Xhaka. Where would you rank his rating?
Um, very good performance. I think the Leicester game he was elite. This one he was just solid. He did what he did. He did what he did. He's showing the consistent Xhaka that we know he can be for Switzerland. Very good performance. Can't fault him. Didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And big up to everyone that's tuned in. We got 12 people that's still here live with
Big
us.
up,
That's
man.
huge for this channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And subscribe as well to SVidly TV. It's a charity channel. Everything that Steven earns on his channel goes to charity for children's liver diseases. So make sure you sub to his channel. I'm gonna put it in the link as well. Let me just
Big up,
Next
quickly
Steve.
one. Nice.
find his
It's
channel.
after
Yeah,
having
yeah,
liver
no,
disease.
Steven.
After having liver disease and having 6 liver transplants, that charity without its research and its respite, it meant I would have been here. So it's just my way of with I can't physically work, so because of my health's not very good. So it's one way of being able to work and be able to do something with a purpose in my life.
Respect,
Because
respect.
because my actual opportunity that I wanted to work was really taken away. To be fair,
Yeah,
but it's also just to pay back the people that have helped keep me alive.
Yeah, big up,
Yeah,
big up for
yeah.
them.
Big up, Stephen, and the link
As
to his
much as
channel
I moan about the
is in the
NHS.
chat.
We're British,
Yeah,
of course we moan about the
Mate,
NHS.
mate,
yeah.
after 27 years, I have a right to moan about them.
And I'm going to rank um the name, the Viking from Norway, Steven's favorite
Oh,
player
you're
at
picking me.
Arsenal right
You're
now.
doing this deliberately. You're a
Ah,
prick. You're a prick.
Martin
You pick up
Odeegard.
my channel and give it all this, and then you put
Yeah,
me on
yeah,
this like you're
of
not.
course, it's tactics. And for me, he was man of the match.
Yeah.
For me, the way he was
Can't agree with
controlling
him.
the game, the passing, the creativity, his 2 goals. For me, he was man of the match, and he showed something today that I haven't seen from him this season, and that was that killer instinct in front of goal. So Martin Odegaard, man of the match performance for me. Guys, do you have anything you want to add to his performance today?
Yeah, I think the pressure off him because so many areas are coming good now means that we will see more of these performances out of him because teams can't shut down just Saka and Odegaard and think that's it with us. We've got so much in our artillery now, pun intended, is that they can take a rest and they can, but when they step up big, and yeah. I just thought he was gorgeous today. He was
Yeah,
gorgeous today. You could see he wanted it.
yeah, I agree, I agree. Let's move on to Steven. You get Starboy Bukayo Saka. Where are you rating him?
Again, he was probably one of the quietest that I unlocked. Um, since we had a good result, I'll give him a good. Um, but I am a little worried that the performances aren't quite there. I know he's trying, and like the fact I think the fact that Ben White's a right back is not helping him. I really do. I just feel either it's making him concerned that he's having to watch the right back position, and defensively, where he's having to come back, and B, it he apart. I mean, Ben White did overlap to this weekend, and praise for that. But most of the time, he does struggle to do so, and we know our Saka struggles when he doesn't get an overlapping runner. It's kind of like Pepe in a sense. He does struggle when he doesn't get an overlapping runner, which means he can try and do what he wants to do, which is cut inside, take people one on one, and try and get a shot away, as well as try and go to the byline and take people on. So I think that's probably why I've always said we either want to play either Tomiyasu there, which probably because he's always played better with him there, and also, or we try and get another right back, and as well as a central mid, which is kind of what I would like to do. And I think that's probably what Arteta wants to do. I think he's made it clear he wants more signings before the end of the window. So I don't think and when he meant signings, so like he wants more than one. So I think maybe he's still looking at the central midfield and the right back position as being a bit light. Because I don't think he's particularly happy playing Ben White on that right hand side, despite the good game today. So yeah,
Yeah,
good performance, but it's been a little bit underwhelming start to the season for him.
yeah. I think you're even a bit nice. I would have put him at average, but it's
I'm only
interesting
doing it
because
because
the thing
it was a
with
good game.
yeah. But the thing with Tomiyasu is that he's not really an overlapping right back
No,
either. He goes a lot, maybe even more
Mm.
inverted. He doesn't really attack. He
It's
plays.
not really that. I think it's Tomiyasu, mate, is just so more defensive than others because he's just primarily a defender rather than just being a like defender slash forward, which is more what Cedric is.
yeah,
Cedric is more known to go forward rather than defending.
He
I,
said
I
he's an
just
overlapping right back, but I'm not
Which is
sure.
what we always criticised him for, which is why we bought Tomiyasu, and I didn't mind buying Tomiyasu because he was primarily more right back, which is your primary job.
Yeah, what
I
were you
think
gonna say there, Will? Yeah,
yeah, I think with Saka, his performances are or the height of his performances has something to do with people are still um singling him out. They don't want to let him loose. So he still has two, sometimes three man on him. Whereas last season, if you stop Saka, you stop us. There's other threats. It's going back to what I'm saying about the depth that we have. I don't think he's necessarily. I actually think he's been better defensively in these three games than he has
yeah,
been previously.
yeah, which
And
is fair.
because he's such an attacking threat, people are not looking at that as going, yeah, he's not as scintillating as he was last season, but
Yeah,
wasn't going to be because nobody is going to let him go like that. That's like with Zaha. You know what I mean? If you say, oh yeah, it's just Zaha, leave him, let him do his thing, he'll kill you. He'll rip you a new one, and that's what people are so scared of Saka now that they're making sure that he doesn't get any time in the game. They're fouling him like they were and all the rest of it. So it's that progression. He till he takes that next step. You're going to see kind of games like the first three, but I
Let's
still think his performances are still up there.
yeah,
let's not
yeah, yeah.
forget he's only
He's
was it? He's
21
only
only.
20. He's only
21.
Yeah,
21
yeah,
still.
yeah.
So we think of him like it's kind of like sometimes how I think of for
We
example.
talk to Saka sometimes like he's 25. Like
Do you know
Yeah,
what?
it's almost like we
Saka's
expect him to be consistently good in every game, and
But
when
we
he's
think
not,
about
it's like
when we do this
Saka's yeah,
we do
Saka's
this
still
with
20 by the way. For
yeah we do
20.
this yeah
Yeah,
we do
it's
this with so
CSR's
many
even
21.
young.
ESR's
yeah
21.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
we
ESR's
we do
21.
this with so many players though is there's like it's for example if I threw it to another if I throw it to another sport the other sport I follow is F1. I remember when Hamilton came into the sport, everyone put so much pressure on him, like even in his second season, and
yeah,
everyone forgot that it was only his second season. Like
yeah.
Mm.
he's still very young, so
And
like he's still got to go through those tough periods and come out the other side of them.
listen, I have to just big up. We got 19 people, 21 people live. That's a breaking record for this channel. Big
Cool,
up
Yeah,
to
wicked.
Tim,
everyone that
man,
tuned in.
smack
It's
Big up,
the
amazing.
King.
like button.
Big
It's
up, King,
amazing.
man.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it so much, and to the panel as well. You're amazing. I've done a bit of a fun poll. Don't take it too serious, but vote on it. It's interesting. The question is, how good will Saliba be? Will he be a legend, world class, elite, or overrated? It's just for fun, but it's interesting to see
It's
what
not fun.
people
It's
say.
deadly serious, man. That's deadly serious
Yeah.
question. That's a deadly
Do you know
serious
what?
question.
Do you
anyone
know
who
what
says
I will say?
overrated, blocked immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
exactly.
Can I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
what I will just say is with I think the legendary status. If you're going to take it, if you were going to take it seriously, guys, legendary status. It depends how long you stay at the club.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Also
That's
depends on
I
what he
think if he
wins.
stays
I
long,
don't.
if he's
As
yeah, but sometimes we've had legendary defenders, but because of the teams they've been in, they haven't been able to win anything. Like
yeah,
for
but I
example,
mean, okay. The reason why I say that, right, is um them down the road they would consider Harry Kane legendary. But I think it was one of the BT Sport or Final Score where they were saying that it would taint his reputation if he doesn't win anything. So that's what I mean about legendary. Because I mean, like you've got players like who's the brother at Man United that
Varane.
Irish player. No, Irish
Oh,
player who actually played in every position for Man United and won ridiculous amount of trophies. He went on to Aston Villa or West Brom after that. He was playing around the time as West Brown.
maybe Talk
Um,
could know, or Realist. Realist is a United
yeah,
fan.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Irish player who played in every position, even in goal. Now, people wouldn't
Recently,
necessarily
how
call him.
how recently?
He was under Ferguson, so when Wes
Uh,
Brown was there, that era.
Oh, John
Are you
O'Shea.
talking about John O'Shea?
John O'Shea, right?
Yeah.
John O'Shea. Now, would you call him legendary?
No.
Probably not. But
No.
the geezer is a legend because look at the titles that he's won. Look
Yeah.
how long he was at Man
I
United.
understand that.
Look how
Yeah.
he's got
Yeah, I
I
hear
think he's
that.
got Champions League. He's got
Yeah.
6 or 7 titles,
Yeah.
cups, and all the rest of it. But would you
Yeah.
put him in the legendary category? But so it
But then-
depends on it. It does
Yeah.
depend on what
But then-
I would consider him legendary because of what he's won.
Yeah, it's
Will,
fair. It's fair.
But
fair.
you
But yeah.
could throw up. I'll just throw up one Arsenal player, right? And by the way, I'm picking one player out here that I think is a legend. Is a legend. He is a legend, but I may not
Realist
remember
thought
how
you were
much.
talking about Dennis Irvin.
No, but I think I may
No,
not.
he's talking Arsenal.
No, I think it may not. I think I may not have
Sorry,
know how
Bob.
much. I may not know how much he's won though. As his legendary player, Liam Brady.
Liam Brady's a legend. Liam Brady's a
But,
legend.
yeah,
without
but
doubt.
he hasn't been able to
100%.
win much because.
But that's what I'm
of the
saying to you.
things
Is
he's
Yeah,
it's all
yeah,
subject-
but-
that's
yeah,
what I'm saying to
yeah,
you. It's all
yeah,
subjective.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
But yeah,
But that could be a good stream actually. What makes a player a legend? We could do that.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that is very good stream.
So
won't do
let's
that.
move on to Martinelli. I think Steven, it's your turn. Is it? Yeah, it is. Martinelli.
Yeah.
What are you giving him?
I swear I did Saka.
Oh yeah, you did. Sorry, Sasha. Martinelli is yours.
Yeah. Yes. I'd put him in good performance today.
Yeah.
It didn't quite happen for him today.
Okay.
It's sad that he didn't continue his scoring streak. But I'm sure he'll be back in the next game scoring goals. He's a very lively player. He has good quality, he has some flair, he has a good shot on him. I think he's a very important player for us, and I think he has cemented his place in the team for us right now, and I really hope we do extend him as well as Saka and Saliba because it's going to be very important to keep all three of them.
Yeah.
For me, Saka he'll be fine. He last year mostly as well. I know there was a period where Odeegard and him linked up very well last year. But Saka, the position he plays, the system he plays, he is the player who is the most isolated in the team, the right wing position. It was like that when Pepe played there as well. But I think Saka is the best attacking player we have that's good in a 1v2 situation. And I think he creates space for the rest of the team. And I think he'll be fine. We'll win a penalty soon, and then he'll step up and score it again, and then his confidence will be rocking again. And I think he's done well, considering the system we played and how we played, and it went predominantly through the left hand side, and he has been isolated a lot, and I think he has done well, and I think he'll be fine, and I think his performances will improve as the season goes on as well. We just need him to sign the thing. We just need Martinelli to sign the thing, and we just need Saliba to sign the thing. That's the three most important signings to come for us now.
100%, 100%. We got a good comment here from Bobby saying Arsenal have a lot of legends, unlike Tottenham, because we've won more. Make it right, and we can end the stream there. Thank you. No, I'm a joke. But yeah,
you
Good.
could have done. But yeah, you go. I mean,
we still got Jesus left, and I'll give it to you, Wilf. Where would you rate Gabriel Jesus?
elite.
Yeah.
Everything he does. You know why he's not even in the man of the match one, or just didn't make the man of the match, because I saw two mistakes from him.
Yeah.
One bad touch and one and because he's so good that it's so highlighted. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I
what
mean,
he made a mistake.
That run up for the goal where he just go up and win the duel and do the link up and dribbling.
I don't understand why Man City sold him. I don't understand why Man City didn't say, listen, Aguero's gone, you're our striker. do your
Especially you
thing.
got the freedom, to be fair.
I think I think Jesus need
I
more freedom. He was too rigged in Pep
yeah,
system
yeah, and
where
that's probably and it's hey, Man City's loss is our gain, and I honestly think I thought at the time 45 million. It was a bargain. It was a steal then. I would have paid 60, 70 for him. And because I knew he was that good.
yeah
He's almost like we got a different what's when I don't know if you used to do when you run with weights on your legs.
yeah
Yeah. And then you're in training and you suddenly take those weights off and you've got like 2 or 3 yards more.
yeah yeah
That's kind of what's happened to Jesus since he's come at us. He's just, and he reminds me of when I'm not comparing them because they're different players, but he reminds me of when Henri didn't believe in his striker ability. He kind of lost it,
yeah
and Jesus has found it quick time, and he's sick. It's unreal. I thought he was good when I saw it before I saw him live, but seeing him live, the
yeah.
geezer is unplayable. The geezer is unplayable at the moment.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because you pick so much more out of the game when you watch it live. It's like there's so many details that you can't really see on TV, and sometimes it's hard to judge how good someone's movement
Yeah,
is because the
yeah,
camera might not even show the angle of the pitch
yeah.
when they're moving. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the manager himself, Mikel Arteta, uh, or Steve Teta, as I also call him. Elite performance by the manager, away
Yeah.
win, 3-0, no goals conceded. I think the only reason why he doesn't get a higher rating is probably he could have made a few changes earlier. But I think overall, I don't have a lot to complain. We've won the first 3 games, which is good. We've scored 11 goals. We've conceded 2. It's a good start of the season, guys.
Can I say something? Because it's something I wasn't brave enough to say when he came to the club, but
Yeah,
I always wanted to. He is going to be one of the best managers. He's going to be up there with your Contes and your Pepes and your Klopps and whatever. I truly believe that. Because of his apprenticeships, because of the speed that he learns at, because of his mindset, his philosophy, his ideals, innovative and new. I genuinely believe he's going to be one of the great managers, and we've got him at the beginning.
yeah, yeah. I mean, time will tell. It's one of them where I don't want to put too much pressure or expectation on Mikel. There's still a lot that we need to see from him, but we are moving in a more direct direction right now. And let's see if we bring anyone in. Let's see when we lose a game how we react. Let's see if
Mm.
someone score first how we react. These are the things that I'm more concerned. Usually when he sets up the team well, we do well, but I want to see how he reacts when maybe the balance is wrong, or someone scores against us, or you know we lose a game. Those are the things that I really
Hopefully,
want
we
to
don't
see.
see that till next season.
Yeah, yeah,
Hopefully,
I
we
mean
don't. No, no,
that's
I'm
even
talking
better.
that
that's
nobody
that's
scores
even
against us,
better.
and
Yeah, yeah.
and we don't lose the game. We win every game. I love that.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I think the bench players, they didn't come in long enough to get anything higher than average. I think who came on, by the way? Tierney came on.
Eddie,
Eddie.
Smith Rowe,
They
Yeah,
all didn't get enough time
Sambi,
anyway, mate.
Sambi. I don't know.
Tomiyasu.
I thought Eddie was sharp when he came on. He pulled a couple. He made the keeper make a couple of saves.
So it's the
I thought
Conga. So
yeah,
it's
the Conga,
Tomiyasu.
the
Yeah,
Conga, Tomiyasu,
Tomiyasu,
Nketiah, Smith Rowe, and
Smith
Tierney.
Rowe, and Tierney. Yeah,
So yeah, if I just hang on, if I just get the timeline,
and
I
even
forget
Tierney,
the Conga.
is chasing
The
down
Con,
was
yeah, the Conga came on for Shaka. Tierney was on for Saka. Tommy Asu for Ben White, and Eden Ketia for Martinelli, Smith Rowe for Odeegard.
See, I would put Tommy,
I would have give
Eddie, and Tierney in the good performances because nothing changed when they come down. Sometimes
Mhm.
there's a drop
But
off
do you know why I put them there? Because I can't rank them as high as Partey, as Granit Xhaka, because they played
to
as
be fair,
Gabriel. They played
to be
longer and had
I will
more
to be
impact
fair,
on the win.
when we made our subs, I
Yeah,
did notice the fact that we were getting a bit sloppy towards the end of the game. We were a little bit sloppy in our play, and we did let Bournemouth get a couple of chances towards the end. Once we were making substitutions, which is something we need to iron out. I'm surprised that I'm glad Smith Rowe got run out, but I'm surprised that Vieira didn't get the same. If they're both playing in the under 21 games,
got to
like
be
I would have
careful with them.
liked to. I know, but I'd like to have seen Vieira. If we're 3-0 up, we're grinding down the clock. Give him 10 minutes of Premier League football as an introduction,
yeah.
right? Because
I hear
then
what you're
slowly
saying.
introduce. Because we need to
I hear what
slowly
you're saying,
introduce
but
him if we're going to use him.
Yeah,
I
but
hear
I
what you're
think
saying, but the
Because it'd
go
be
on, King, go
if
on.
we don't. Sorry, because the only thing I'll say, sorry, is that if we don't do this and don't slowly bring him in bit by bit, right, and then Party gets injured, we're gonna have to throw him straight into a game,
I don't,
right?
I don't, I
Or
just don't think
you know what
we
I
have
mean?
to rush any of our. I don't think
yeah, yeah.
we're in a
That's where
position that
I
we
am at
we
as well.
we don't need to. Like last season, we would have had to rush players back from injury.
Yeah,
I think they're like we're winning the game 3-0. Yes, I'd like him to come on and get 10 minutes, but if he comes on and gets 10 minutes and then picks up
get a
a
setback.
thigh strain or a calf strain or pulls a
I
hamstring,
understand that.
it's yeah. So I'd rather err on the side of caution rather
Hmm.
than at the moment. Yeah, something could happen to Partey. Something could happen to Gabriel Jesus. We don't need to, and
It's just we
if it
need
ain't broke,
to.
don't fix it.
What I would like to see is then in the next couple of games when they're more fully fit, is for them to start coming on as subs and getting their minutes
I
in the
believe they
Premier
will.
League as well.
It will. I
I
mean, we
So,
have
believe they
to
will.
remember
just,
we've
so
only
that way
played
they are
3 games.
ready for when
Like
they're called upon.
we will start having more games. Even in the league, we will have weeks where we have 2 games in the week. Carabao Cup will
Well, three
start.
games, I
Europa
think.
League will start. So there will be lots of opportunities, and we don't need to rush anyone back. And the poll has ended. How good will Saliba be? 64% has said that he will become a legend. 21% has said he will become elite, 14% has said he will become world class, and 0% has said that he will become overrated. So there we got it, guys. We've predicted Saliba's future. He's gonna become a legend, and then that's it. Now, a joke aside, I think it's good to have polls when we do live streams. And a new record again tonight. 26 people are here live with
Go
us.
on,
Big up to
go
everyone
on.
that's tuned
Yeah.
in. I'm so happy, honestly. It means a lot that you guys are here.
Can I ask Sasha, what is your ceiling for Arteta?
Well, for me, Arteta is very, very exciting. Like the whole idea behind him for me is like it's a very exciting idea. It's very risky, but it's very exciting. And I think if you listen to people that's actually experts in the game and not just random fans, no offense to random fans, but if you listen to experts in the game, then they all say he's brilliant. And if you listen to uh, possibly the greatest manager of all time, Pep Guardiola, he says Arteta is fantastic. He says he's a genius. So for me, that's very exciting, and the fact that the team is clicking so well right now, and we're getting good results right now. It's awesome for me. Um, like I've never been so in love with an Arsenal team like I've been now. I've only supported Arsenal since 2009 though, so I
Okay.
haven't seen
Yeah.
way back. I was born in '97, so
Okay.
uh, I was 7 when the Invincibles happened, and I didn't watch football back then. Unfortunately. So I haven't seen
Yeah,
Arsenal win the league yet. Only a couple of FA Cups. But in any case, um, like I really like Arteta, and I think a lot of people say that they still have doubts that he'll be the guy who takes us to a title or whatever. And of course,
Exactly.
we're gonna have doubts. I mean, nothing is going to be like set on in stone, you know.
no,
And for me, it's like it's like a beautiful trajectory. The Arsenal team right now, like I've said before, sport is in cycles, and Arsenal were in a downward cycle when he came in, and
hmm
we continued to move more downwards before we came back up again, and now we're
yeah, you
moving
had
up
to.
again, and we don't know how far we can go, but there's no reason to say that he can't go all the way, that he can't be the guy who wins us this title. Only time will tell, but I'm very happy with the manager right now and how the team is playing and the whole ethos at Arsenal and the whole vibe, the whole culture, everything at Arsenal for me is so good now until we lose the next game. No, I'm just joking. But like I'm very happy with the result. Like I mean, Zinchenko's reaction tonight for me was so brilliant. It made my night. I'm going to bed tonight and I'm gonna sleep like this
Yeah,
because I'm just very happy, and I want to get the black Arsenal shirt, but I don't know whose name I'm gonna get on the back, and that's a very good thing because I just love everyone. I just want to put
Zinchenko,
the whole. I'm
Zinchenko.
gonna I'm gonna put the whole squad's name on my
Yeah,
back.
exactly. Yeah,
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 listen,
And
guys,
Arteta, you
yeah.
know, and Edu and
everybody that's
Van
tuned
Dijk
in,
and everyone.
it's my birthday on Thursday, so if you wanna buy me the new kit, no worries, you can send it.
Get you the pink one. Get you the
Saliba,
pink one.
Saliba. Yeah, but
Uh,
I think if I would get a name, it would probably be Saliba. I think uh, I just rate him so much. I think he's so good.
yeah, I'm a striker, so I'd have to get Jesus,
Yeah,
man.
everybody's going with Jesus or
The
But
Saka
I
or
would
Castile,
love to
something.
get.
yeah.
To be honest, I'd get
Yeah,
two. I because I truly am loving Zinchenko so much.
yeah.
I probably would get. I probably would get him on the shirt as well.
For me, I have like a sneaky inclination towards Martinelli, but like I just
It's a
like
good
feel like,
shout. It's a good
oh no,
shout.
I want
Good
White,
evening.
no, I want Saliba, no, I want Gabriel, because if you get
Yeah.
Gabriel on the back, then you technically get three players' name on the back. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Gary, yeah. Yeah.
Fair
That's a
point.
good.
did,
That's
Fair
a
did
good
you
point.
point.
know?
Now you're
Did
thinking.
Yeah.
did you guys know Saliba's fourth name is Gabriel? By the way,
Yeah.
You're
So
kidding me. I did not know that. I did not know
of
that.
of course,
Oh, that
of
song,
course.
that song about
Of,
Arteta collecting Gabbies is making more and more sense now. I wouldn't be
yeah, man.
surprised if Ramsdale, Saka, who else is important? Vieira, they've got middle names as Gabby as well. I wouldn't be not be surprised.
there
Yeah,
Need
has
to
to
I'm
be
check
changing
their
my
some
bad
sort
book.
default.
of connection.
Changing my
Uh,
default.
Oh, your connection is going, Steven.
yeah.
You're very blurry
What?
Oh,
right
so
now.
that's what I sound like when my connection's
You're
going.
very
Okay.
blurry right now, Steven. Maybe if you jump out and jump
You're
in
on mute.
again.
You're on mute, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, guys,
Sasha, you're on mute as well.
we've been on for an
Yeah,
hour,
I mute
23
myself when I don't
minutes.
speak.
Okay.
It's been an amazing stream, and we've had record numbers here tonight as well. Thank you to everyone that did tune in. It's been lovely. Arsenal won. The feet is still on the ground, but it looks good. I'm excited for next game. I'm at a stage now where I want to see us play again. It's not like, oh no, it's another game.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? Now I want to see Arsenal play, and it looks good, man. It looks really good, and hopefully we will continue to have match reactions where we win. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I want to thank the panel. I'm gonna start with
Whoa.
the Godfather himself.
Can I, can I have my piece on Teta?
No, Will.
It's been a pleasure being on, man. And I echo the sentiments of what you're saying. It's lovely watching his Arsenal side, seeing them grow. it's just so sweet. It sets up my week to have a really good week. Yeah, great weekend. I can settle into the rest of the games on TV. Just not worried. We're top of the league. We're winning the title.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. What about you, Sasha? Where can people
What's
find you?
Oh yeah. So you can find me on Twitter. SVW Sports on Twitter. I mostly talk about Arsenal, but Premier League teams in general, football in general as well, and then here and there I'll tweet about rugby, cricket, and F1 as well. And
Do
thanks for
F1 as
having
well.
me, King. Yes,
Thanks,
when
man.
it's on,
Thanks,
I
man. You should
usually
hit us
drop a
up.
tweet or so about the F1. I'm a Ferrari fan, by the way. I've been
Oh
through
shit.
misery this
You,
season. Yeah.
you and Steven need to link up. He's
Yeah, mate. You should link up. I do.
Hamilton.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
So
my own channel for F1.
yeah, I'll have a look. Thanks, King, for having me, and I'm very happy for you that you broke your viewership records tonight, and hopefully every next show you break the record again.
Oh, thanks, Sasha. That
Yeah,
means a lot,
yeah.
man. And here we got him, my co-host, my brother. What you saying, Steven? Where can people find you?
Well, I'm getting my sound on Twitter first. Will you stop changing that, you utter. You're
I'll ban you from
an
the
idiot.
channel soon
You're an idiot.
if you don't behave.
You're an idiot. You're not behaving. Hey, look, Arteta's done well again. He's picked the right team, picked the right formation, controlled the game, well managed. I would have liked the probably subs a bit earlier, but in the end, Bournemouth didn't much of a threat anyway. So, yeah, I can't really complain. And I'll praise him. Like, he does things like this every week. I'll praise him, but it's like I've said from the very start when I went on to about until we get back to competing for a league, he's still yet to convince me because for 3 years, for having 3 seasons down the line, and the amount of money we spent, of course, we should be in the Champions League by now. But look, like I said, it's still a must. He must get the minimum of top four at the very, very least. At the very least.
What if he's fifth and wins the Europa?
Champions League football.
Fifth,
Yeah,
that would be there.
Listen,
But what if it was goal difference, fifth goal difference, and one Europa?
That's what I said.
That would be
Champions League football. Champions League football.
Okay, cool.
Because then we're in the market to get better players, right? Because then we're in the market to get the top players we need to then start challenging your Liverpools, your Man Cities, and only if he gets now. Of course, if he gets that back in, then great. If he doesn't, then obviously you can look at the ownership. But if he then gets that back in, right, and in 2 seasons, well, at least 2 seasons after finally achieving top four, or maybe in a season, he starts challenging Liverpool, Man City. Then I'll put my hands up and say I was wrong about him. But until then, like, he's still to convince us, and that's just my standard.
Fair play.
Fair play. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Steven's channel. I'll put the link in the chat as
Do you
well.
mind if I just shout out the other channel as well?
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, if like say it said, subscribe to SVT TV, Arsenal football content. Hit the join button as well. You can join the membership. All the money from the membership scheme, super chats, anything you donate goes to Children's Living Disease Foundation, which is obviously the local children's charity. So please do that. It really helps to help save kids' lives with research and everything. Plus, SVT F1 will be back next week, obviously, because we've got the Belgian Grand Prix. So we'll be back doing watch-alongs and new shows and previews and everything like that since the summer break's over. So both football and F1 to do as well. So, we're we're gonna be doing that, yeah, next week, next weekend. So make sure you go and check out. Basically, it's SVD TV, but take TV off and put F1 in, and you'll find us. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're into F1, and yeah, and have a good laugh on both channels. So and thanks for having us on. Say as usual, big yourself up. I'll also like we'll sort out a time where I can show you Canva as well to sort of show you how to do like the overlays and thumbnails and everything to like for future streams.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, and big up everyone that tuned in today. We did break a record. We had 727 people live at one time. It's been amazing. I have to big a big thank you to the panel, to Sasha, Will, Stephen, for the support, for coming on and being here with me. It's been amazing. Don't forget to subscribe to each and every channel, and enjoy your weekend. We are out.